somebody stop me. Stop me, stop me. Please, somebody stop me. Stop me, stop me. Oh, somebody stop me. Lord, if I'm doing it wrong, then please stop me. Stop me. Stop me. Stop me. And Lord, if I'm doing it wrong, then please stop me. Somebody stop me. Stop me, stop me. Please, somebody stop me. Stop me, stop me. Oh, somebody stop me. Lord, if I'm doing it wrong, then please stop me.
Hop out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now, too up right now. I'm too, on one day on my third, I was too broke, now I'm too rich, made 100K on my third shift from a boy, so, boy, and I'm a gangster, and you a, boy, man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Ooh, right now, I got you. Right now, nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew up right now. Cause we too up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now, too up right now. Yeah, I'm too up, round blew up, copped that new rape on them haters, threw up, brother went to jail for them, told me you up, first time I seen 100 bands, yeah I grew up, ooh, on the couches with my shoe up. And we was getting that record label money before they knew us. And we were blowing your budget in the club to boof up. If your dog fall in your ball hog and get your whole crew up. Ooh, I'm with right now, I got you. Right now, nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew up right now. Cause we too up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now.
Bring your lunch pails, fellas. I need to see that workman attitude today. We gotta get better today. What I wanna know is, who's ready to get better? I'm ready to work today. You ready to work? You ready to work? All right, then let's see it. Let's get out there and do it.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show off the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands.
Here we go now! Green!
I need American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look it down. Look it down. How to make it in America? Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They ain't
Now let's go! Blue 90!
Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, I was on. And shawty got potential, I scout that. She said she in
Here we
love,
go
but I
now!
doubt that.
319!
Baby, it's the
319!
I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shawty claims she a feminist. Feminine. You know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in the club with these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cop the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Five shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Used to blast for cannon. Out in the whip, but I done dared every girl on my list. KB at the three.
You know what, man? That was pretty darn good. You know what really gets me excited? The fact that I know we can get better. You guys have so much room to improve still. That is exciting. Let's go out here and next practice, let's improve.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Hot!
Another day in America. Kids from my hood look up to
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90!
the system set us up
Blue
for
90!
failure. I just want to work enough to pay my bills. That invest in black businesses.
All right, here we go.
Teach us to hate
Blue
what we
90!
see in the mirror.
Blue 90!
It can't break our spirit.
Hot! Hurry up, here we go. Green 39! Green 39! Here we go now. Blue 90! Blue 90! Hot!
Hey, this that Eastside Johnny Big Redemption life. Know what I'm talking about?
Hot!
Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, yeah. Get out the way, get out my way, yeah.
Hot!
You either with me or against me, yo. You either with me or win. Win, 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 win. Curve everything else. Win, 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 win. Stop saying win, win, win,
Good, good! Good, good! Here we go now. 319!
J Rock up on 10 toes. Sit at phone. Bring friend. Black
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green!
win. Forearm tattoos. That's squad. All of them gon' try. I walk in room. Their eyes wide. Third album comes soon. I'm glad y'all gon' die.
Detroit!
Chasing after no. I got
Let's go.
plans for
Green 39!
I've been tap
Green!
dancing since I was 6. I tap dance all over. That was like tap water. Way too foggy. These BBS is way awesome. Park CLS from drop to your death without warning. Get out the way, yeah. Get out the way, get out my way, yeah.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue
You
90!
either with me or against me. You either with me or
Detroit!
curve everything else. Win. Stop saying win. Start chasing that. Win.
Here we go now. 319!
Stay outside when I play outside. I put the beats on my outside. I got to outside, now outside. And if you act bad, I bring the outside. Money, none of mine. Know some funny. I can tell real by
Hurry up, here we go.
I'm on
Green
the field.
39! Green!
What it was, we gave it back. 9/11, no matter with no violence, baby. My got callous, baby. My bare knuckles got talent, baby. I'm all in the wind with it. On Deuce line, I've been with it. She too fine, I've been crashed 2 times. Got limo tinted my new ride. I'm riding with the 12 better not pull me over.
All right, here we go.
Champion
Blue
shit
90.
going dumb. Nothing to something I won. Get out the way, yeah. Get out the way,
Here we go now. Green 39! Green!
You either with me or against me, though. You either with me or win.
You know what, man? That was pretty darn good. You know what really gets me excited? The fact that I know we can get better. You guys have so much room to improve still. That is exciting. Let's go out here and next practice, let's improve.
Feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream, cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to it's talking, it's hot, so leave me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now, no reason to look out, it's clear to see. All eyes on me for 100 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy does it. In public, hated or love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Shoes, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies you, getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already lived. It was written in the children's story. Their life's a so what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could tell me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm. Have it thoughts. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the green is the. I'm a player on the late night tips. So see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog. Check the skull, ignorant. Can I live? Still film it, kiss to death, protect.
Camara Drive-In. It's the coach, and this is the 2018 season on EA Sports. Coming up, 2017 Offensive Rookie of the Year, Alvin Kamara, fresh off a big performance a week ago, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the New Orleans Saints. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime, but kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And, Coach, we are down on the Bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Saints team as they interplay. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback out of North Carolina State. It's Phillip Rivers.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Rivers on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And a very good offensive unit here. One of the reasons they're so good is running back Mark Ingram.
Took a little while for him to find his footing when he got into the league, but the former Heisman Trophy winner has it now, and it's really upped his pass receiving potential. A nice player.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a second down throw for Rivers. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Defensively, here are the starters for Carolina. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. 2nd from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, Rivers. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. And out across midfield, down to the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
First down, Rivers. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On second down, Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Two running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12.
Hey, ready? Delta!
Off the play fake here, Rivers. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Lutz puts this one through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offensive starters for the Panthers.
LaShawn Shady McCoy, one of the best running backs in the NFL. Why? Because of his ability to run the football. He's going to be a 1,000-yard runner year in and year out. But how about his ability to catch it out of the backfield and continue to create big plays?
All right, here we go.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Let's have a look at the defensive starters for New Orleans. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
All right, here we go. Green.
They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll set up the screen to McCoy. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's taken down inside the 30. And they get 14 yards there at a first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now let's go. Green 30.
Back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 30.
Looking to throw. And Olsen over the middle. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchup, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
Offense.
And that'll set them back 5. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Rivers now on 2nd down. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A look at the numbers for Thomas from a week ago. 4 catches, 61 yards.
You think the head coach and the offensive coordinator are able to pull the earplugs out now? Because all week, all they heard was, you know, Coach, they can't guard the pass at all. I mean, they're next to last in the league. Let's throw it on every down.
Yeah, last week we saw the numbers. This week going against 2nd to last in the pass defense area. Good for him. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Play action now. Rivers. That's complete to Meredith. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there at 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And our statistician, Ben Ramsauer, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss rolling in the first quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now because what you're hearing is, can someone please block him? Come up with a scheme. Come up with something. Make sure you block him because he's disrupting everything.
Second down, Rivers. And this throw will be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase. If it ended today, and I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Panthers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. So the 2 sides will make the long walk to the other end of the field. It's a close game here early on. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
We talk about setting a tone or beginning a drive. That run was absolutely textbook. I'm telling you, partner, now they're not just thinking about an easy drive. They're thinking about maybe taking it downfield.
Yeah, started at their 2. Now they've got a heavy amount of breathing room. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front.
False start, offense.
So that'll back them up 5. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Back near his goal line, Rivers. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And they'll get him down up past the 15. And Thomas seems to be in some pain. He's still on the ground. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Set. Read 80. 80 hot. Read hot.
Looking to throw on second down. Rivers. It's caught by Bryant. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Set. Delta.
Rivers from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. This is brought in at the 21. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hurry up, here we go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crowley. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Set 180.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Set 180.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Set. Delta.
3rd and long for Rivers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He has not been on his A game, but his team has really picked him up. I think he probably now, second quarter, he's thinking, all right, time for me to get going.
And he also has to keep in mind that, he has contributed. You're exactly right. Not totally on his A game, but guess what?
He's got the touchdown.
He's got a touchdown pass. Yes, he tempered it with an interception. But he has contributed, and he just can't get down and worry about his own stats. The team's winning. That's cause for celebration, even though there's a ways to go.
And now he'll be looking to contribute a little bit more.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Panthers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Rivers, he's going to air one out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. A give. This is Kamara. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He dumps it down to Ingram. There goes Mark Ingram. 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Will Lutz on for the point after. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go. 3-19.
Now back to throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Here we go.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now let's go. Green 39.
They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but Their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
Back to throw here. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. In for the score. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Gano now to add the extra point. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Phillip Rivers now gears up to take the offense back out there. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And incomplete here. So a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And caught left side, Olsen. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Mills. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
On 3rd and short, not only did he get away from the rush and pick up a first down, he picked up a whole lot more than that. And how did he get it done? Evaded the rush, kept his poise, and then how about him directing traffic as he moved downfield to pick up extra blockers? A really nice run.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll buy some time right. And to the tight end Olsen, right side. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Here we go. Green.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue landing.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now third down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. Third and goal.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll set up a throw. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Fourth down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Gano's kick is right through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The Saints on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10.
4 down. Done. 380.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Carolina. A great return there of 22 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
All right, here we go.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
He'll drop to throw. And this is complete to Moore on the comebacker. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And Gano's kick is right through. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And that one finds the Falcons out in front. The Falcons still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, it's off to Jacksonville to see what's going on with the Jags. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. D.D. Westbrook, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Marcus Mariota. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw now on first down. Able to fight through one tackle. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Forced out to his... And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. Momentum. Big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go down the field and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. They run it again with Kamara. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Tackle made by Ole Miss's Marquise Haynes.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To throw is Rivers, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. That's taken on the 25. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Back to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. The Panthers on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 14.
Now let's go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. He's been terrific so far. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Jordan Phillips is the one on the stop.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Line of scrimmage is the 8 on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Kamara, and he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Rivers. That's complete to Meredith. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A first down throw here for Rivers. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Throwing Rivers. Throw left side taken in by Meredith. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And give them a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11.
Set! Block 15!
Rivers now on second down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll lead here to a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Set! Delta! Set!
On third down, Rivers. On target over the middle to Hill. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Rivers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
Set! 380!
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And oh, he coughed it up. No gain there as he kept it himself. It's second down.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Set! 380! 380!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Saints on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean? Break out that just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Now let's go. Boom, landed.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make Make that defense stand up and stop them.
Set! 319! 319!
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Hurry up, here we go! Green, 39!
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This quarter. Back now, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go!
Looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Here we go now. Green.
On the ground, McCaffrey. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Under a minute. To go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Now let's go! 319! 319!
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
False start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Hurry up, here we go! 319!
After the penalty, it's McCoy. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DJ Moore, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Panthers add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Gano for the extra point. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Gets it to Meredith complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
So one play, and they're already just shy. Midfield.
Tight right. Set, green 80. Delta.
Rivers on first down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Rivers throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The tight end, Josh Hill, was the target. And it's 3rd and 4. 4.
We got three. 390.
To the air again here, Rivers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, Rivers. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Set. Set 180. Get hot.
Rivers again. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Set 390. Set 180.
Rivers now, the throw on 1st down. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run it now out of the guns. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Mark Ingram with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Side complete. That's Mills. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Set. Green 39.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Gano now to add the extra point. To the football, it's blocked. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A gain of 6 there on first. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets him a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Set.
A first down throw here for Rivers. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Carolina getting set to take the field. They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And Olsen over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's no doubt that this is a huge defensive series right here. They've got to hold them to a field goal attempt or less. Otherwise, this game just might be out of reach. Let's see if they can hunker down and get it done.
Back to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
All right, here we go. Blue landing.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. Fighting him off. Flushed out right. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Phillip Rivers now gears up to lead the offense on the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. Now, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them, because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
Here we go. 319. 319.
This is McCaffrey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue Niners.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Hurry up, here we go. 319.
They'll set up a throw. Steps away to his left. And an alley to run. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Now let's go. Blue Niners.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
They'll look to throw, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Set! Delta!
Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. That's caught by Meredith right side. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. They like going to him.
This comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Ready! 380!
First down, Rivers. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Throwing on first down. Rivers. Throw left side taken in by Meredith. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
From the red zone now, Rivers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. That is incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. 3rd down here. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Rivers. And he comes back with one complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Again, it's Rivers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Gano for the extra point. Gano the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it second down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Rivers to throw it. He's going to let it fly. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. This is taken around the 12. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. An update now, they've gone final in Jacksonville. And the Jaguars have scored again, so they are in the driver's seat big time in that one. Blake Bortles, 3 touchdown passes to help lead the way. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Carolina, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta.